Hey guys, welcome to Challenge TV. I am Craig Harper, Master Coach of course. I hope you've had a good week. I want to chat to you this week about a thing that we call in exercise science progressive overload. So obviously a big part of the challenge is to keep our body guessing and to keep our body adapting and moving and changing the way that we want it to. So one of the challenges for us is to find a way to stimulate our body so that it will keep responding. So let me give you a quick example. So we do 100 pounds on exercise, we do 10 reps, we do 12 reps, we do 15 reps, and then we finally do maybe 20 reps. So we call that progressive overload. And over time, we might increase the reps, or we might increase the weight, or we might reduce the recovery time in between sets. If we were going to adapt that to a cardio exercise, we might say we're running at, say, 10 kilometers an hour on a flat surface. Now we're running at 10 kilometers an hour on a gradient of 2. Now we're running on a gradient of 3, and so on. Or we're doing the same gradient at the same speed, but for a longer period of time. All of those are different examples of progressive overload. And what they do is they stimulate our body to adapt. So when we see our body building muscle, improving flexibility, increasing cardiovascular capacity, or VO2 max we call it, range of movement around the joints, all of those things where we see those changes, they are physiological adaptations to stress. Exercise is a form of stress. We call it eustress, EU stress, which is a form of good stress, and it tells our body to switch on certain things to respond a certain way. We want to make sure that we keep progressing, and we want to make sure that not only are we training consistently with a great attitude, great technique, great resources, all of those things, but we also want to make sure, importantly, that what we're doing is progressive in nature so that the results keep coming. That way you're not going to get frustrated. That way you're not going to see the plateaus that you might have seen otherwise. And that way you're going to maximize the 12 weeks, you're going to maximize your time in the gym, and you're going to maximize your genetic potential, and all of that is important for this challenge. We want to make sure that over the duration of the 12 weeks that we're improving, that we're seeing the changes, that as much as possible we eliminate the stagnation and the holding pattern that sometimes we can fall into. So keep tweaking and refining and adjusting so that there's an improvement or there's an increase in the level, so that our body has to adapt and adjust accordingly. And that's the reason that we change the programs around reasonably regularly, like we've just done. And that's one of the things that Coach Janet is going to talk to us about now.
Thanks, Harps. Well, it's 5 weeks down and you started a new training phase this week. You've got new weights and a tweaked menu. Hope it's all going really well, but the great thing to really focus on is this new training phase with new exercises. I'm sure you're actually feeling quite sore and your body's actually starting to respond to it. Just keep your food on point this week. Things have tweaked a little, so make sure that you are adhering to what's on the program. Not a whole lot of change, we're just tightening up a level, so just keep it all right on point. The other area that you can get some help in is maybe look at engaging a PT. You certainly get a little bit more out of your session when you have a PT, because they do help you go that little bit further and help critique any areas that need a little bit of correction. This week you'll probably notice that your body is responding to the training and you'll feel a little bit more sore. That's great. It means that you are responding to the new exercises, and that's exactly what we want, so that we can take your body to the next level. Just ensure that you're keeping on point with your subs, because they'll really help you. You'll recover a little more, you'll sleep better, and of course then you're ready for the next training session so that you can get a little bit more out of it. Again, if there's anything that you're unsure of, jump on the forum and ask away. We're here to help, and you'll find lots of information there for you. Have a great week ahead, guys. Stay with it, and we'll catch you next time.
Well, thanks, Coach Janet. As always, fantastic. So that's about all we've got time for this week, kids. Keep doing what success demands, and we'll see you next time.